Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Sims Medieval, here in Mossstone Kingdom, where we are currently watching our wonderful brother Davis, our brand new Patarian priest, gain quite a bit of experience and give a humorous sermon where we are hoping that those gathered, there's not too many of them, but there's enough, will get a little bit more popularity for his new Patarian faith, where he is trying to guide the Sims in Mossstone Kingdom onto the path of the Watcher, the way of the Watcher, where they may know that they are being watched over, so they better behave. No, come on, Huntswoman Felicia. Alright, let's go ahead and give a casual one. It doesn't seem a humorous one is going over well with our group. Oh no, and now these two don't like it. Maybe I need to give a somber one. Casual doesn't seem to be helping. Alright, let's do somber. This is cool! I've never done sermons like with them any of the priests before. What? They wanted a somber, scary story? Now everybody is calm and happy. What on earth is this? Look, they're giggling! Huntswoman Felicia! I know you're part elf, maybe that's why you want, like, something more serious, but we're giving a grim and dour sermon. And everyone's smiling! Maybe they feel like they have grim and dour lives, and that's why they needed something a little bit more serious. Oh my gosh, that kind of cracks me up. But alright, and Briar Rose, for crying out loud, you're back to gambling again. I just cannot believe she's back to practicing cards. Oh well, she's having a good time. She already had something to eat, a nice fine loaf from Inesetta the servant. And I wonder if I should actually have her send a personal letter. Do I have anything she can do to earn more money? I wanna get a little bit more money, so I might have her hold court. But you know what? I'll just leave the lady to do what she wants for a little bit. She doesn't really have anything that she needs to work on, and she's actually very close to getting up to max level monarch, so I think she'll be okay. So we'll leave Lady Briar Rose alone for a minute, and I guess carry on with our somber sermon. Which appears to be, I mean, some of them aren't really paying attention anymore. Because Squire Crispin just came in and picked a fight with the midwife. And now Farmwife and the Farmwife Arena and Huntswoman Felicia are like having a bit of a fight. What? And now Huntswoman Felicia is trying to, what? Okay, I don't think the first sermon we ever did went well because the entire congregation ended up fighting. I really don't know about that. Brother Davis's sermon was well received by the congregation, and the church received 68 simoleons in donations. All right, if you say so. If you say so. Hopefully that went over better than I feel like it did. Oh, and we also need to go get like some sort of food if we actually want to be able to eat. So let's see, sweet porridge would need honey and barley and apples. We need like potatoes and mushrooms and things like that in order to make any stew. So we have to head out anyway. But that was interesting. The congregation ended up getting in a big fight. Which maybe was not quite our goal here, Brother Davis, I just have to say. But maybe it just goes to show we need to get to know them a little bit better. We even have a little scrap listening. Little Spy Master Kelsier! We have the little Spy Master son over here trying to listen in at the monastery. That is adorable. He might be trying to understand this curious new man who has moved in with his curious faith. But let's come down, and we actually need to go to the marketplace anyway to get food, so we can visit the cultural fair while we are here. And all right, Brother Davis, we're going to do that with you. And Your Majesty, I really want you to do something more than practice cards, especially while you're in a good mood. So I'm actually going to have her go ahead and like write some royal documents and view the political situation. Well, I think that doesn't really do anything. Practice military strategy with somebody. I'm going to make her go do that so she can be a proper queen. All right, and it looks like Herbert the Serf is coming with us. Down to the marketplace we go with Brother Davis. Can he actually gather anything? Oh, he can collect plants. What? That's really cool. Can he collect the minerals? He cannot collect the minerals. But let's gather a couple plants. He does not have... Oh, he can only collect wildflowers, like most of the other Sims, it seems. But let's collect a few wildflowers to try to sell to shopkeeper Lazzetti. And we'll see if we can exchange them to her. so that we can manage to get interesting place. I should hang out a bit and walk around. All right, we'll have to gather some wildflowers while we keep an eye on this interesting cultural fair where, you know, Brother Davis is trying to figure out how to become a little bit more popular so that his sermons and the way of the Watcher can be well received. All right, we'll gather some wildflowers and see if Lizzetti has anything to sell. Yikes, I don't know what half this stuff is. Not a religious icon in sight. I could bless the public bath with holy water. That would help purify some of these people. The ones who actually bathe, at least. Alright, so we can go ahead, and there's a public bath here. That's interesting. Okay, that's cool. We'll go ahead and try blessing that with holy water in just a second. Look at all these cool objects. Let's view this one because it's like glowing, and I think that would sort of distract him. And maybe, what? Okay, who do you want to strategize with? Let's actually strategize with the Royal Advisor. That's for the Queen. And meanwhile, over here, Adept Zane is sending off a letter via pigeon to somebody. I don't know to who, but he's doing that with somebody. I love how all of them have their own little lives going on. This is so cool. Alright, and then Brother Davis? If we could go ahead and buy something. Let's see. Turbot. Oh, there's honey. Yes. Can we? I guess we can't sell here, unfortunately. There's rabbit meat and grapes. There's eggs and venison and bear meat and trout. Let's buy a trout, I guess. And then let's actually maybe get a little bit of honey. I have a feeling Brother Davis has a soft spot for the honey. So we'll grab some of that, a little bit of venison. We'll grab some eggs in case I can use those with something. Maybe a couple grapes, but I don't actually know what you can use them in. And maybe a little bit of rabbit meat. There we go. And then maybe we can make some food out of that somehow. Alright, wonderful. So we have done a little bit of shopping. And actually I haven't made the marketplace have like a downstairs where you can do cooking, unfortunately. And we don't have the Bard's Tavern where I feel like I could just allow Brother Davis to go in and cook as like a way to share his food. But let's have him come over here and bless this place with holy water after he looks at a couple of the items. Alright, let's go. Come on, Brother Davis. What do you think? It is a little bit perplexing, isn't it? A little confusing. He's like, it's so-so. That's so funny. This looks concerning. That's like a gigantic heart of a beast inside of a container. And a bunch of eyeballs. I don't like staring at eyeballs. They kind of creep me out. That should help a bit. But I need to take more action. I'll ask Lady Briarrose the Great to talk up my next sermon so I can appeal to my congregation. Alright, so now we're going to try to appeal to the Queen. Let's actually take a bath just to prove that the holy water is like good for purifying. Just because I'm kind of curious on how that will go. And of course now he's feeling insecure. But he feels really good because we bathed. That's so funny. Let's also come over and bless this well. Just because... Oh, hello! Oh, it's King Frog! King Frogo! Father of our spymaster's child and previously cursed man. He'd be interesting to try to convert too, but we're not in the mood for converting anyone. Is Briarrose sleeping? Briarrose is not sleeping. She's actually super energized and feeling comfy. Wow. Alright, and we bless the well. What will that do? Let's see. Bless the well. Success odds high. Huh. Make a wish. I wonder if it will make the wish a little better. We wouldn't do any wishes, though. There's fighting happening! I think that we would have to intervene. We would try to, maybe Petarian priest, maybe... Let's see. Let's do, like, a comforting hug. Let's confide our worries about this. Like good merchant. You mustn't fight. See, he's surrounded by all these people wearing really rich outfits. And they're busy fighting one another and not paying attention. What if the merchant could have been hurt just then? Let's try to, like, confide our worries about him. He just had his choke of his sword taken off. Good merchant, comforting hug. Are you alive? That was really... Give it up! The squire is clearly doing, like, royal work and preventing all sorts of nonsense. Is there a way to stop this? I don't think there is. Oh no, the squire! Yeah, I think they're just gonna end up doing their sword fight. And we'll go ahead and watch it. I wonder if this is gonna make him feel kind of like this is exciting or something. Alright, there we go. And the merchant is done. Let's go ahead and confide our worries and try to do like a comforting hug to encourage the merchant not to do those things. And let's convince him the Watcher's favor is watching over him. There you go. Aww. Maybe the merchant didn't want to fight. That's so interesting. Maybe he was egged on. Whoa, look at that! That's so cool. Alright, that was really interesting. And maybe we can go ahead and let's try to convert him now. And see if that'll go over well. To try to convince him not to engage in that kind of fighting again. What does he think? Oh, it worked! That's so cool. Okay, I think that was pretty cool. We have converted Merchant Quinn to the Petarian faith. And let's see. I think that it's time to go now, but I'm glad that he has like the Watcher's favor. All right, there we go. I think that would make the brother Davis feel better, especially considering Merchant Quinn seems to be addled to death. He's like hacking up his lungs. I don't think he's gonna survive that fight as easily as he thought. And Her Royal Majesty practicing a single battle. She finished another book. She is really happy finishing all of those books. She's energized from socializing. A brilliant flash of insight has inspired Briarrose. She has bathed, she's been entertained, and she's done a job well done by taking care of the kingdom. Well, that's excellent. And we're gaining quite a bit of experience as a monarch working with Advisor Paula in our new strategy room, which I like quite a bit. But I might have her go ahead and go to sleep. And I'm going to go ahead and have Brother Davis come over. Oh, Midwife Tegwin's here. She is a hedge witch, so we want to use caution around her. Let's come over, wash our hands, make some food. There we go. Wash. We'll make some rabbit soup, I think. Can I make a large soup by any chance? I feel like he would really want. What else do I need for that really big soup that I was keeping an eye on? That sweet porridge. We need barley and apples. We'll have to go into town to get those. Because I think that's going to be his favorite thing is the sweet porridge. We've got some rabbit soup and... Oh, I love the soft music that plays when we're actually inside of the monastery. It's very lovely. And there we go. So he is sound asleep. He is happy because he is clean. The Watcher is near from his workplace. And he's having a dream. And then let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll just have like good song stuck in head. Okay, there we go. Yeah, he just had a dream. It's the same dream about the two bards that our Sims always get. Oh, everything's slowing down. There's like all this music all of the time. It's kind of amazing. This is kind of awesome. I love like the singing that happens. We can bless this well too. We should start our mornings by blessing the wells and maybe picking what flowers we can from the ones that grow nearby. I don't think there's a few wildflowers. We can have Brother Davis go ahead and collect some like the wildflowers that grow out front of the monastery. Gifts from the Watcher. And go ahead and bless the well, and then maybe like view the fountain. That seems like a really nice way to have him start his mornings. And then he will come over and speak with Her Royal Majesty, Queen Briarrose, who is apparently cooking and feeling a little bit morose. She doesn't feel morose very often, but she does on occasion. And she made herself some flatbread. Oh, and Midwife Tegwin, who's evil and also usually threatening us with magic, is here. We should probably go ahead and maybe we'll gossip a little bit and discuss the state of the kingdom with her. Do we have any relationship with her? We actually are friends with Midwife Tegwin, so I imagine we're at a neutral standpoint. She's not going to cast all of her hexes upon our kingdom now that we have become somewhat of friends with her. There we go. Yeah, meanwhile, look at this. Everything's decorated. She's bathed. She's comfy, well rested. She's feeling really good from all of the food that has been prepared. Okay, yeah. Oh, and then they're gossiping about the Watcher in bowls of gruel. Some of the magistrate of invention, or the magnate of invention says he saw the Watcher yesterday in a bowl of gruel. I'm not sure I believe him. So it seems the Queen is dubious about all of this Watcher business. That's going to be a little bit challenging. Let's go ahead and hold court for our good brother Davis when he tries to convert the Queen. So we'll let him do his thing. I think he's going to wake up soon. And I'm going to let Queen Briarrose gain some experience by holding her court. She looks quite amazing when she does this. And she might have some tasks related to this today. We'll have to see. She got quite a bit of money. There we go. How Sweeper Heloise. What can Her Majesty do for you today? Oh, we could either sponsor the game or charge admission. Oh no! The King Ball Watchers Cup tournament is scheduled for the next week, but the league is completely broke. How can we hold the big game, Your Highness? We could have sponsored the tournament ourselves, which would be really important for kingdom morale, which relates to culture. We all come back to it. But see, now we can't help with the kingdom's morale and culture because we spent all of our money on this cultural fair and all of its very expensive items. So if the people want sports now, they're going to have to pay for admission. So we're going to have to go ahead and charge admission. Phooey, not very popular. Very astute, my liege. May your penny pinching and nickel and diming be remembered forever. And now our popularity has massively decreased. We're liked within the kingdom instead of beloved. All because we didn't listen. We spent our money on the wrong things. Oh, that's so painful. All right. Meanwhile, Brother Davis over here, he has a good song stuck in his head from that dream. He's blessing the well, which is adorable. And then after he is done with, after he's done, he's blessed the well successfully. I have no idea what that does, but I think it has something to do with maybe drawing water and wishes. I'm going to let him go ahead and view this. Oh, he can donate to the poor. That's so cool. And he can send personal letters. I wonder if he gets a boost from viewing this. That's kind of what I'm waiting to see. Well, he was really thinking about it. There's a sword fight going on inside. What? There should be no sword fights in our monastery. What is happening? Oh, it's between a couple little kids. Okay, that we probably would try to, like, Janetti the urchin and spy master Kelsier. Kelsier, you are trying to live up to your enchanted frog father's personality, aren't you? Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're gonna let kids be kids for just a minute because I think Brother Davis feels that he has bigger fish to fry. So let's send him here and at least finish up by having him ask Lady Briarrose the Great to booster the sermon attendance. And she apparently, let's call in our advisor. Yeah, we're not doing so good. I wonder what happens if we call in our advisor. And now we're gonna have another petition. How's this one gonna go? I mean, Goody Ida is a wonderful woman. She's a very good woman. And she also has, like, the green on, showing her support of the royal, like, court. And we got a ton of money. Where did we get all that money from? I have no idea. Oh, that was from the King Ball game. So that did end up helping us out, but I think Briarrose learned something from that in how to spend the money of the kingdom properly. Your Highness, I'm a little short on gold simoles this week and need to buy some groceries. Can I borrow 20 simoles? Well, the crown is not really... We can either lend it to her. The crown is not really accustomed to loaning cash to random citizens, but anything for my subjects, I guess. Or we could be like groceries, borrow. But I think that Briarrose feels the impact of her unpopular decision with her penny-pinching ways. So let's go ahead. We are now quite popular among the people. And Goody Ida is off to the tavern. And she's like, I mean, market. So at least now we're popular again. But that was a little painful for a second there. Oh. All right, there we go. And then, oh, Sea-Dog Casey! Queen Briarrose's crush of the past. What petition could you have for the queen? This is quite the dramatic turn of events. What petition does she have for the queen, actually? What could a pirate from the Cutlasses the Scourges of the Sea, who we have a very tentative sort of truce with, want with us. And why? Gardana, maybe you and Innocent of the Servant have a little bit of a thing going on, and that's why you're so conflicted. To be a guard, but also, like, possibly falling for the evil servant of the castle would make you a little bit confused, I think. Anyway, Sea Dog Casey, Mighty One, I have a problem. I'm possessed by demons. That's not the problem, though. The problem is I'm beginning to enjoy it. What should I do? What? We can either tell her, and she's a bit of a drunkard, that she could go to the tavern and share her newfound zeal. Or we should tell her that she could go to the church and tell them that the monarch has authorized their strongest exorcism. Wow. You know, I think that we would tell her to go to the tavern because we don't have a strong relationship with the new father. And that does seem like the more popular, energetic decision. And if literally the father had arrived, or the brother Davis had arrived right before this, I would have chosen church. But let's tell her to go to a tavern. Of course, Your Highness. I should have seen it. Thanks for your guidance. And now our popularity has increased once more. What? Just as Brother Davis walks in. You're just a pinch too late, Brother Davis. Just a pinch too late for Sea Dog Casey's soul. Literally in this case. Let's go ahead and kneel before the throne and then ask to bolster servant attendance. There we go. Alright. What do you have to say about this, Lady Briarrose? Oh, we need to get her off of the thing before we can do that. Alright, Brother Davis, where are you going? Get back over here. He needs to study the Watcher for 2 hours and pay taxes. That's so funny to see right before he like has his attendance with the queen. He like wants to make sure, he's like, look at how the wealth of the kingdom has been dispersed across all of these expensive items. It should go towards the people, Your Majesty. I wonder if we can convert her. If she'd even want that. It's not very strong right now. I will promise great things to the townfolk. Make sure you put on a good show. Interesting. So that is now Lady Briarrose is intrigued, and now we should have a option on how to promote Brother Davis's sermon. Let's see. We can either exaggerate the description to get the people excited, or we can use an honest description to do the job. You know, if she was a little bit more excited or aggressive towards Brother Davis, I think we would exaggerate. But let's do an honest description. I don't think it's going to get the people as excited. But I think that it's what Lady Briarrose would do because she is now trying to err on the side of the thing that's kind of loud and popular and music and dancing and shiny. So this isn't loud and popular and music and dancing and shiny. So I think she'd do an honest description. Ugh, there we go. All right, so we need to convince townfolk to attend the sermon. All right, so it's in Lady Briarrose the Great's hands now, as long as Brother Davis pays his taxes. Speaking of which, if you could, my wonderful friends, please leave a like to pay your taxes to our wonderful queen. We'll go ahead and take care of that on our own right now. I must be honest, I'm sure the people will want to be there for Brother Davis. And if you have not yet subscribed and joined our royal kingdom of Mossstone, I would really love if you would, because we tell so many adventures, and I'm really excited to see where everything will go. Ooh, and let's gather up those wildflowers with Brother Davis. And let me know what you guys think about all of the changes. I really love watching all of the characters we have been tending to for so long, and seeing how they develop their skills. Can I study the Way of the Watcher over here? I cannot. We have to send him back home for that. But I love seeing how all of the characters and their stories just continue to evolve. And I would love to know your guys' opinions on how they have done and what you think about how the kingdom is evolving too. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.